Hi guys, so Live 12 is out and everyone is really excited. I've jumped onto the board and I download my copy and I'm getting into new features. So in this video I want to show you new Midi generating and editing capabilities that Live 12 offers. By the end of this video you will have really good examples how you can use those features so it's easy for you to make hypnotic techno. Alright, let's dig in. So here is the sketch we will work on. We have some groove already going, a bit of effects and a vibe. So I will start off with generating some hi-hat patterns to show you the rhythm capabilities. So I have a blank new MIDI clip and I have the generating feature over here in the clip and I have the rhythm selected. So first off, I can select which sample I want to work with. Let's choose this one. And then I can determine how many steps there is, what patterns I have, and how many notes there is in the pattern. And you can see that while I'm manipulating those parameters, the notes are already populating. This is because the generate button is enabled. If I would disable this, I would have to choose, some settings and then do the generate feature. So I would leave it as it is, as it will allow me to manipulate this pattern on the fly. So I think straight off the bat it's nice. I have a bit of Valhalla delay on it. I think it's nice, but let's try something else. So maybe more steps, or let's try different pattern. I don't like that. I think this is nice, but what we can do to make it a bit more interesting is to add split. So what split does is it increases the chance that the note will be splitted by half. So we're gonna increase that parameter and you can see already we can see some 16th notes being added. This is because we have a step duration for 8 notes. Maybe let's change the pattern. Okay, maybe I want a bit less of the... Okay, let's leave it as it is. So what we can do now, we can shift. So to move it left and right with this... Okay, and with this guy, frequency, we can manipulate the accents. So you can see that the Live has generated different velocities for all those notes. So with this guy we can manipulate, and we can change the accent, which is also nice. Now everything is accented, and let's then, so now only one note, and then it moves. I think I like that. Let's leave it as it is. So then let's create another one and then let's do it on the 16th note. So we will change this grid, the step duration to 16 note, and let's now change the sound itself. So we can do it basically from the chooser or from the drop-down menu, or we can just select Alt and then the rhythm will be just populated on that specific sound. So this is also nice. I want something more sharp. Like that. Maybe that's too loud. And let's play with the pattern. Let's add some more steps. You can see we have some roll already going on because we have the split enabled. Let's maybe decrease it and let's change the pattern. I think I want to go without roll for this one. Okay, let's make less notes. Okay, let's maneuver. And then change the accent. Okay, that's nice. So this is all pretty basic for now. But what we can do more is to add some ghost notes and maybe like add some variation to this pattern. So we will add randomly maybe that note. Let's see how maybe let's try something different. Oh, I like that. So what we can do now is we can actually add few notes that will play in the same time and use another built-in feature which is like grouping notes and adding probability. So I've highlighted all the notes, and when I right click, I have two options: group notes, play all, or play one. I don't want them to play all because they will all play on the same time. So I will play one, and then I can set the probability of that thing happening. So let's set it quite high, like 83%. So what will happen now is Live will play only one note from all those three notes, which is nice because it adds variety and we will not, you know, end up with the mess of playing three notes. So let's hear how that sounds. It didn't. Now we had that note. Pretty much the same. No one played. Now different note. So we can add those variations maybe with this note as well and do the same thing. You can use Command G to add that, and if you leave probability to 100%, it will either play that note or that note, which this is nice. So then let's add some rolls, and I have a close hi-hat over here generated from operator. Let's turn the scale off. So what I will do is actually I will create one note, and now with this new feature called note slicing, I can either command slice that note to the grid, so nothing will happen now. Let's change the grid to 132, and now if I have this note selected and I press Command E, it will split that note to a half. Let's turn that off, and we have that extra roll. But what if I want this roll to be more creative? So let's add this note once again. Let's change that to 16th, and now with when I press Alt and E, I can slice that note to, you see, different rolls I have. This is really something that was present and is present in Electron sequencers, which I really like because you can add that variety of those rolls to those rolls. And we have like, and I like that. And now we can say, for example, we can group those notes and we can group them to play all, and now set probability if this note's gonna happen or not. I'm gonna copy this. Let's do. Okay, now we have three rolls, so I will group them as well, and I will do play one. So it's either that or either that with the probability of 80, 70, 80, 78%. Yeah, so this one plays, none plays, the last one plays. Yeah, so this is nice for rhythm, for hi-hats, for, I don't know, maybe we can do also some like a rim shot thing. So let's choose the rim shot, just press Alt, we have a rim Fairchild, and let's generate something. Straight off the bat, I think it's nice. I don't want to change anything, to be honest, I like it. Okay, so let's generate some sequence now. So I have this new, I have this tom, it's gonna sound like that. These are some things I already had generated, but let's do something from scratch. So I would choose now, not rhythm, but I will choose seed. And seed allows me to choose what kind of like a motif or sequence I want to generate. So I have to first select what kind of pitch range I want to have. So I'm thinking of going low to G0, something really bassy, to maybe, yeah, A2. Then duration, yeah, I want to go from 1/16 to 1/4. Velocity, I want them to be slightly higher. And this is how many notes we're gonna have. So let's do maybe 5 notes, and density, how dense they will be together. So this is the bit I don't like. Space. But we can regenerate new pattern. Let's generate. No, too much. Let's add a bit more, maybe. Okay, we can work with that. Let's turn off the hi-hats so we can focus on the on our sequence. Okay, we can start working with this thing. Maybe I think it's missing one more note. Okay, I like that. We can see that we have different velocities and so on. Okay, so let's leave it as it is for now, and let's do something else. So some like a counter melody or something that will complement our melody here. So I would use actually not seed, but I would do shape. And with that shape, I would actually go a bit higher. So I will choose our shape to go from C to, I don't know, like G3. Let's do G3. So we can now choose different shapes. Let's see how that. Okay, this is nice, but let's maybe. Okay, actually I would like to start from the high, or maybe something like that. And then maybe go flat. Okay, maybe something different. Let's add the jitter. Tie is about how notes will be like tied together. Yeah, I don't want them to be tied. I think this is nice. Let's drop this note. Sorry, I only wanted. Let's mute this one. Okay, so I only want that second half. But now we are all over the shop. We don't know what kind of key we are in. All notes are really random, which can be nice, but I want a bit more order. So what I will do is actually I will choose some scale, and this is also a nice feature here. So let's do C Phrygian. So it's like more techno-y. And we see that this note, this E is not in the scale. So what we can do is actually go to the to that thing, to this parameter. So note pattern manipulation and do fit to scale. And this will make this note fitting to scale. And we can do the same here. So we can enable scale. We see that E is not in the scale, C sharp as well. So we can manually actually try to fit them. Maybe. Or let's do a random thing. Yeah, because I didn't have that selected, it only took one. So maybe I want this one here. Okay, I like that. So what we can do now is we will create some variations of those patterns using those new Live 12 features. So this will be our counter melody. So let's do some variation. So what we can do now is actually to choose, we can choose this feature and choose the connect. So what the connect does, it will connect those notes, but because we don't have any note here, I'm curious how it will sound, but let's see. Okay, it's populating those places regardless of the note being played or not. Let's okay. Okay, like that. Okay, so we have this, this was our original idea, and this is with those, which is not bad, but I think that here it's pretty hectic and we have a lot of notes playing at the same time. So what I would like to do is actually add some variation, which will actually make maybe this half playing only one. So I will group them. So when it groups, we have them play one. Okay, so the probability, let's do quite high. So right now it would only play one of those. And maybe let's do some probability, like a regular probability for this one. So let's hear how that sounds. Okay, now we have some variation, which is nice. I like that. Alright, so let's then come back to the original pattern. Let's focus on it and do some variation of this one. So this was our original pattern. And we will modulate it or do some variations with this feature called Recombine, which allows us to shuffle or manipulate the notes we have. And we can see that we can manipulate pitch, length, and velocity. So at any point we can turn that off and maybe just manipulate the pitch, or we can manipulate velocity or length. We can see that it already made some changes. So what we can do now is we can select 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 9 different variations we can explore. If we have more notes, there will be more possibilities. If there is no note selected, we can see that the whole pattern is being modulated. Let's hear it. I like that. Let's create something else. Okay, I like that as well. So we have and let's do one more. So let's do 4. And right now we will only manipulate, let's for example have only those 3 notes. So when we have this selected, you can see that we have already less possibilities. And let's do mirror. So this will allow us to keep or to mirror those parameters. So as you can see, as I'm manipulating, those notes are just keeping the same parameters, the same notes, the same velocities as they already have. So they try to like mirror each other. So let's do maybe something like that. Nice. So you probably can see how easy and helpful it is to manipulate the notes or patterns you have with this feature. I really like it. So let's take it one step further. So let's assume that we're going to explore this guy. And with these notes, for example, maybe sometimes we would like it to go higher or lower. So what we can do is actually do the same thing as we did with the hi-hats. So I can draw some notes as well. Let's do this guy and let's do this guy or that guy, and then group them all, select play 1, set the probability, leave the probability to 100%. So every time one of these notes will play, but only one will play. So this will give us instant variations. Let's add some. Okay, so that's it. I think those new modulating features or new Midi features are really handy, really help you to generate some variations really quick. And I like that, and it opens the possibilities maybe of something you haven't thought of. in the pattern, both for the rhythm, both for the sequences, which is really nice. I highly encourage you to experiment with different ones. I showed you the ones that I thought were really most useful. Okay, I hope that was useful. There will be more stuff coming soon about new Live 12 features. If you want to stay updated, make sure you subscribe and like that video, as this helps the channel. Till the next time, bye.